Good evening, everyone. Today is day 29 of my 90-day video blog challenge. Tonight I'm not feeling too good, so I figured what I do is I would cheat. And it's a story that I started, so I figure I'll read it to you guys as far as what I have so far. The story is called Aramaiti, or Aramaiti. Yeah, Aramaiti. I know it's my story and I don't know how to say the title, but in any case, I wanted to read this to you. It's just a start of a story, that one of many stories that I have started. So I'm just going to share it to you. It's not too long. Hopefully it'll be less than 5 minutes, but here we go. Long ago, when men were still babies, the heavens lived in harmony. There was no separation of angels and demons, and evil did not exist. There are only the servants of God, and life was good for all. God spent much of his time with his creations, the humans. He took great pride and care with them. He assigned some of his servants to watch over them, guide them, and teach them his ways. Many were joyous over their new positions. They found the human race intriguing, and they enjoyed spending time with them. Not all of his servants enjoyed the humans. Some saw the humans as a waste of God's power and a mere creation to help pass time. They spoiled the human women and sparred with the human men. God was displeased, to say the least. He forbade any contact. He forbade any direct contact with the humans, and this was the start of unrest in the heavens. To protect the humans, God separated the worlds. He placed the humans in the visible world and himself and the angels in the unseen world. Some of the angels were furious over the change. They could not believe God would choose humans over them, and they rose up against God. The rebels were led by one of God's most trusted, valued, and loyal servants, Lucifer. Lucifer was full of jealousy and rage. Gather his armies ready to go to earth and destroy the human race. God created his own army led by 7 archangels: Uriel, Raguel, Michael, Serachiel, Gabriel, Hannah, and Raphael. And they put a fierce and strong army together. The 2 armies, once friends, fought in heaven in a battle unlike any ever forged. And the angels defeated Lucifer, and his army was guided. The angels defeated Lucifer and his army with the guidance of the archangels. And God smite the rebellious angels, banishing them to earth's core. There, their leader, Lucifer, created a new world from them. It was a world that would be referred to as hell by humans. As time passed, Lucifer beseeched God for a chance to return to the heavens. God denied the request. He could no longer trust Lucifer. And Lucifer pleaded his case, stating that humans would never live up to celestial beings he, God, believed them to be. So God gathered his archangels in the presence of Lucifer, and he stated out loud that humans would be given free will. He told Lucifer if the humans choose to go against his will, he could take them to hell and do as he pleases with them. If they choose the righteous path he created for them, they will be allowed to enter heaven. And this became the law as spoken by God. This infuriated Lucifer even more. He could not believe God did not see the humans as the worthless creatures they were. For God to allow humans into heaven and deny him that right angered him to no end. His heart grew cold and bitter, and he became spiteful, revengeful, and cunning. He was a great manipulator and would use that against the humans to punish God. This is the history known to man. This is the story passed down from generation to generation. What wasn't told was the love story the angels had towards one another before the uprising. Lucifer was not dismissed from the throb of love. Lucifer was not always the demon referred to by parents to keep their children good and saintly. He was once beautiful and just. There was a time when he was referred to as he who gives light. He was the most faithful and devoted to God than any other angel in heaven, and no one loved or worshiped God greater than him. But God wasn't the only one to have Lucifer's heart. He also loved another. She was one of the most beautiful angels in heaven, and it was not her looks that made her the most beautiful, although she was one of the fairest. She had a heart of gold, the heart of gold and strength of any male. She was known as Anahita, the angel of fertility, and the highest ranking female angel. Lucifer and Anahita had a love like all angels aspired to have, and together no other couple worshiped God more. God blessed them for their loyalty and love, and together they served God and inspired other angels. When Lucifer rebelled against God, Anahita tried to get him to see that God still loved him. She begged him not to challenge God, for she feared his demise, and they argued for a long spell, as time did not exist in their world. When she refused to follow Lucifer, he killed her. In his anger, Lucifer didn't know he could not kill her. God was the only one who had the power to remove an angel from existence. After Lucifer left Anahita dead in her chamber, she rose, mourning the loss of him and for what he had created. What Lucifer and Anahita both did not know was by the act of murder, Lucifer created evil. And that evil spread it wherever Lucifer went and resided in a child Anahita would later bear. With the death of Anahita by the hand of Lucifer, the child would grow to contain both goodness and evil, love and hate. Heaven was no place for anything evil, so God banished the child from heaven. As the child contained some good, they could not be sent to hell. So God sent the child to earth to be raised as human. Over time, it would be decided through the actions of the child whether the child would reside in heaven or live with their father in hell. If they chose the path of righteousness, they would return to Anahita. If they chose the path of evil, they would be sent to hell with their father. In utter despair and loss of her love and the coming loss of her only child, Anahita chose a name for her child. And she chose a name that would inspire her child to choose righteousness, as we are depictions of our name. She named her only daughter Aramaiti, meaning goodness, truth, and wisdom. So that's all I have so far. One of the reasons why I'm having a hard time pronouncing the names is because they are actual real names. I actually looked up that information to see, different angel names and stuff like that. So I'm going to end with that. If you want to leave comments, I would love to hear your comments. Like I said, this is just a work that I started some time ago. So it's just like one of my many stories. So I plan on taking it further and doing the whole story of what she decides and where she ends up. Does she end up with her father, or does she end up in heaven with her mother? So, and that's the child. But if you have comments, I love to hear it. Don't worry, I take criticism very well. And I'm going to end with that because my head is pounding and I feel like utter and total crap right now. So, but you guys have a good night, and like always, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.